Remember, not all readings will resonate with every member of the collective. And today we have a reading about what is it that they're not telling you. Well, firstly, who are they exactly? There's somebody that you perceive in your life who's very fortunate. They're very lucky, and they've recently gone through a major turning point in their life that has brought them an upswing in success, abundance, and opportunities. And this person emulates some of the characteristics of the King of Pentacles, but not all. In addition to that, this person is possibly an earth sign, and if they're not an earth sign, they are emanating certain qualities, more so that of Taurus and Capricorn. This is a person who is loyal, they're steadfast, they're hardworking, they're successful, they're protective, and they provide. This is somebody who is expansive in nature. They like to network, they like to travel, they like the finer things in life. At times, they might come across as passive aggressive, or they might be a little bit resentful, but at the same time, they have the ability to lash out, which isn't much like their personality, but sometimes it's unexpected and unnerving when they do. In addition to that, this is also somebody outside of the character of the King of Pentacles who also can lean towards esoteric or occult interests where they look deeper into the meaning of things. Sometimes they speculate that there is a hidden reason why things sometimes turn out well, that there is no such thing as coincidences, and that sometimes there's an unforeseen force in nature that they would like to know more about that causes heartache, loss, and also good luck. This is a person who seems to be lucky. Everything they touches turns to gold. They're a reliable and stable individual. They're hardworking. They could be a tradesman who is self-made. They could be a business person, they could be an entrepreneur, or they could be involved in land ownership, landscaping, building, construction, etc. I could go on about the type of person this is, but what is it that they're not telling you? Well, for one, they've just had a major loss that they don't want to talk about, and they're dwelling a little bit. This was unexpected for them, and they're having a hard time dealing with the fact that they lost track of a situation somewhere along the way. They're suffering financially, which is playing really hard on their ego right now. And if you stick in for over 3 minutes, I'll tell you why. But right now, they're having a very difficult time dealing with a financial loss. And it might not just be a loss, but in finances, but they might be feeling ostracized by some members of their community. And because their character is to be somewhat of a networker, it's really hard for them to understand why they feel as if they're out of the loop and all of a sudden they just don't belong. And part of the reason why they're having this trouble right now is because either they had to choose to leave a situation or somebody has chosen to walk away from them. And this is very disturbing for them. They tend to be very reliable and they place a lot of worth and value on their personal relationships. So for them to have to walk away from somebody, it's very difficult for them to do. And also, it is somewhat destabilizing when someone else does walk away from them. So I asked, why are they feeling this way? Why are they upset? And we got the Seven of Pentacles in reverse, which suggests to me that somebody who walked away from them wasn't sharing the same vision that they had. Um, and as a result, this person was working really hard and they weren't getting the results that they usually do. They weren't having the same amount of success in their partnerships as they usually do. And on top of that, we get the Chariot in reverse. And this also suggests that this person all of a sudden was lacking control over the people that they were dealing with or the investments that they were making. They also were destabilizing, and they were starting to lack discipline in themselves and their arrangements with others, because it's not in their character to lose control and have limited success with others, with business arrangements, with work, etc. So this person was out of their comfort zone. And then we get the Eight of Swords in reverse, which for the most part is a very good thing. This is when all of a sudden somebody has freedom. They're no longer limiting themselves with negative self talk. Feelings of entrapment are slowly ending. But in this reading, it's about what are they not telling you? What is bothering them right now? And for some reason, someone's walked away. It's made them feel helpless. It's made them feel alone. It's made them feel as if they've lost money. And in addition to that, the newfound freedom from the individual who has left their life is making them feel unstable, while at the same time forcing them to accept new realities and new arrangements that give them a sense of liberty that they have never felt before and they don't know how to handle at this time. And they're not talking to you about this because for the first time in a really long time, they don't have control. And how are they supposed to be a provider, a protector? How are they supposed to be someone you can rely on when they feel as if they have failed in their business life and other aspects of their personal life? So I asked the cards, who is causing this sense of instability? And I got the Hermit card. And the Hermit card is about somebody who withdraws, does soul searching, reflects, searches for hidden answers and hidden truths. This is somebody who's highly intellectual, very communicates effectively, can usually be very swift and quick on their feet. In addition to that, this is an older person, a wiser person, and should not be underestimated in their power. This is someone who is capable of walking through the darkness and maneuvering in the dark and seeking answers and wisdom and information that nobody else can. This is someone who has acquired a great deal of confidence and power, and they can persuade people. They are a leader. They are the ultimate, or one of the ultimate sources of hidden knowledge and secrets. And it seems as though our King of Pentacles may have been attracted to this person because of all the knowledge they had. In addition to that, their wand is a very protective wand. It is not a wand that you really want to mess with. So this person is a powerful protector. It's almost like a god who goes on assignment and conceals his identity among the people so he can further investigate as to why things aren't working or why people are in disarray or why there's corruptness. This person who this King of Pentacles was dealing with was almost like an undercover spy delving into the secrets of the King of Pentacles personality, his corporation, his family life. Usually, when I think about an investigator, I think about, the Page of Swords, even maybe the Knight of Swords. But in this context, I don't feel like this hermit was delving within. I feel like he was doing research. And then we get the Emperor. And sure enough, we have the Emperor here. This is a ruler. This is a leader. This is a very powerful individual. And for some reason, the King of Pentacles trusted this man so much so that he wanted to work with him. He made an investment in him. He spent time with him, and he thought that their relationship was going to go somewhere. This was not a romantic relationship. This could have been an elder, this could have been a relative, or this could have been a business partner that he respected and was renowned to him. This is a very independent person who built themselves up, and they did it with all the resources that the King of Pentacles had. This was an emperor. He's not anybody's partner. He rules the roost, and the King of Pentacles underestimated his relationship with him. It was not one of equality, and the King of Pentacles thought that it was. So the emperor took off and started new. He pursued new ventures, and this has destroyed the King of Pentacles. This has caused a lot of problems for him, and he doesn't want to tell you about how it's affected his personality. Well, the emperor has gone